So we all know that the Season 10 primary manhunt target was General Anderson, and after completing his mission, you had the option of running it over and over again if you wanted to, just like every other previous manhunt target we had. But what made the Anderson mission different was the fact that every time you ran the thing, regardless of the difficulty, you were given a random exotic at the end of each attempt. Now, a lot of you were wondering with Season 11, would they be taking that aspect out of the game, meaning we knew we could replay the mission over and over, but would the random exotic drops stop once Season 11 began? The answer is no, my friends. It is still very much in the game right now. So today I want to pass along a few tips for those of you just jumping back in. What's up, my YouTube family? Graybeard with the Gaming Brigade, back with another Division 2 video, and this is going to be a pretty quick one. You know the deal. If you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. You could hit that like button as well, and we are having a giveaway for PlayStation 5. I will save that to the end. Now, the bottom line of this video is that the General Anderson exotic farm is still very much alive in this game. All you need to do to access it is get to level 49 in Season 11. Once you do, you can then farm that mission as many times in a row as you like. Now, the main reason I wanted to put this video out tonight is a lot of you reached out to the channel today asking if you should even waste your time playing the Anderson mission. Would you still get that random exotic at the end? And the answer, like I said, is yes. And once again, to be clear, you can do this on any difficulty whatsoever, and you will get that random exotic to drop at the end of the mission. Now, one question a lot of you send the channel is, does the targeted loot that you choose have an impact on the exotic that you get at the end? And the answer is no. Now, obviously, it will have an impact on the loot that you receive during the mission itself, but it will make no difference whatsoever when it comes to the exotic that you're going to get at the end. And as I start to wrap this thing up, there are a few things I want to go over really quick. First of all, obviously your difficulty is going to have an impact on the quality of the loot that you're getting during the mission itself, and it may have an impact on the actual quality of the exotic as well. However, for me, I usually run this thing on normal, and I've gotten some really good drops. And the main reason I choose that difficulty and not a harder one is my goal is to try to get through it as quickly as possible, because typically when I am running this mission, I'm usually trying to help other agents that have missed out on previous seasonal rewards such as the Memento or the Scorpio. And that's one thing I've found, is that most people who are running this are trying to get an exotic that you missed out on in the past. So obviously being efficient with your time is incredibly important. Now, one thing I want to make sure I mention before I wrap this video up, and this is something I noticed today, is, I said a moment ago I usually play this on normal difficulty, and I've never actually died when I was playing it. However, today I did receive a work call while I was in the middle of a mission. What am I going to do? I had to pick up the phone, and in doing so, I put the controller down. My character died, and when that happens, you're brought back to the beginning of the Anderson mission, and the timer is reset. However, this time when I went to extract, I noticed that I did not get an exotic to drop, and that's the first time that has ever happened to me in the Anderson mission. I'm wondering if that is linked to my character dying and my having to try a second attempt in the same, run. Now, if that's happened to you, please let me know in the comments section down below. Now, just to be sure that this was working properly, after that attempt where I did not get an exotic, I ran it again. I did get the vial, so everything seems to be working. And as always, if you have questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, we are having a giveaway for a PlayStation 5. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced May 4th of this year. On that note, I want to thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Action.